In the far western reaches of the Tibetan plateau, a region of stark, breathtaking desolation, stands a mountain unlike any other on earth. This is Mount Kailash, a peak that rises not with the jagged, chaotic fury of its Himalayan brethren, but with a profound and deliberate symmetry. It stands at an elevation of 6,638 meters, a solitary monarch draped in eternal snow. Its four faces, near perfectly aligned with the cardinal directions, create the impression of a man-made pyramid. A structure conceived by gods rather than forged by geology, an axis mundi that anchors sky to earth. The air here is thin and crystalline, the landscape a vast canvas of ochre earth and sapphire sky. This is not a mountain you simply see, it is a mountain you behold. The mountain reveals itself slowly, an overwhelming reality that reads like a sacred mandala on the land. It is a silent invitation to contemplate the greater mysteries of existence, an anchor to the celestial. Mount Kailash holds a unique and unparalleled position in the spiritual geography of the world. Revered as the ultimate sacred site, it is the earthly home of gods and the center of many cosmologies. Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and the ancient Bon religion converge here, each seeing Kailash as a cosmic axis and a seat of the divine. For Hindus, Kailash is the abode of Lord Shiva, the destroyer of ignorance, dwelling here in perpetual meditation. Tibetans call it Gang Rinpoche, the precious jewel of snow, home of Demchok and a point of supreme bliss. Viewed as a natural mandala, the mountain radiates power across the plains. Pilgrims feel its force at once. Offerings and mani walls turn the landscape into a living temple, each rock and stream a text of devotion. Shrines, caves, and meditation spots map a sacred geography tied to masters and deities for millennia. Ultimately, the faith of millions crowns Kailash as one of Asia's most hallowed pilgrimage destinations. Here, the spiritual aspiration of many faiths coalesces into a single, remote monument of awe. Despite its relatively modest height compared to Everest, Mount Kailash remains among the world's most significant unclimbed peaks. Its steep, icy faces would test any mountaineer. The mountain is technically challenging in places, but it is not technical limits alone that bar ascent. A powerful spiritual prohibition holds greater sway. For millions in these traditions, to step upon Kailash's summit would be sacrilege, like walking on the roof of a cathedral. Over decades, a few explorers studied or attempted routes, but their stories often end in abandonment. Sudden storms, whiteouts, and mysterious turnbacks are woven into the mountain's reputation. Reinhold Messner, who conquered Everest solo, was offered the chance to climb Kailash and declined. Narrator, if we conquer this mountain, then we conquer something in people's souls. In 2001, China formalized a ban on climbing Kailash. Faith and law aligned to keep the summit inviolate. Protected by belief and statute, the mountain remains a sanctuary, its peak pristine and untouched. Tibetan lore preserves a striking tale. One man is said to have reached Kailash's sacred summit, the yogi Milarepa. Milarepa's story is not one of physical conquest but of spiritual mastery. Legend tells of a sorcery contest between Milarepa and Narobonchong, ending in a race for the summit. As dawn struck, Milarepa is said to have risen on a sunbeam to the top, arriving in an instant, not by force, but by realization. His ascent demonstrated the triumph of inner wisdom over worldly power and set the precedent of reverence for the peak. The tale teaches that the true summit is not a place of rock, but a state of consciousness, an inner attainment. Milarepa warned others not to defile the peak. His legacy guides pilgrims to circumambulate rather than conquer. His is a story of humility and awe, a reminder that reverence sometimes demands restraint. Instead of climbing, the faithful undertake the Kora, a ritual circumambulation of the mountain. This arduous 52-kilometer trek crosses high passes and raw landscapes, a moving mandala of devotion. The path climbs above 5,600 meters. Thin air and sudden weather make each step a test. For many, each step is a prayer, physical hardship as a vessel for spiritual purification. Some perform the Kora by prostration, inching forward body length by body length across the entire circuit. The shared hardship forges community. Strangers become companions in a common act of devotion. The route is dotted with sacred markers, footprints, caves of saints, and small shrines where legends live. Completing a single Kora is believed to cleanse lifetime sins. 13 circuits or even more are undertaken by the devout. Young and old, of many backgrounds, walk together. The mountain unites a wide spectrum of seekers. The Kora transforms the landscape into a moving act of worship, a living, breathing scripture underfoot. The mysteries of Mount Kailash extend beyond ritual into the realm of the unexplained. Anecdotes from pilgrims and early explorers speak of time warp effects, startling reports of accelerated hair and nail growth. Some claim days of growth compressed into hours, accounts consistent enough to deepen curiosity, though unproven. Scientists have tested geomagnetic anomalies. Some suggest strong local flux might affect biological processes. Mainstream science stays skeptical. Believers interpret phenomena as concentrated spiritual energy, transformative experiences, visions, or a profound inner stillness. Others report strange lights or orbs at dusk. Real, optical, or subjective, these sightings feed the mountain's living mythology. The twin lakes at the mountain's feet, Manasarovar and Rakshastal, mirror its symbolism, one tied to light, the other to darker saltwater lore. Many claims remain anecdotal. Altitude fatigue and suggestion can explain some experiences. Yet many testimonies resist simple dismissal. Whether explained or not, these stories are woven into Kailash's enduring mystery. The mountain's physical form is one of its greatest enigmas, a near-pyramidal silhouette that invites speculation. Side-by-side comparisons have fueled theories that it resembles ancient man-made pyramids. Observers note an almost exact alignment with cardinal directions, a coincidence or design. Claims of numerological distances, 6,666 kilometers to the North Pole, alignments to Stonehenge, excite esoteric hypotheses, though they are debated. Mainstream geology points to horizontally bedded sedimentary rock and freeze-thaw erosion shaping the mountain over millions of years. Vertical joints and horizontal bedding can, over deep time, produce step-like pyramidal shapes without human hands. No archaeological evidence supports construction, yet the perfect form and symbolic alignments keep esoteric ideas alive. Archaeologists find no tool marks, no quarries. The mountain wears the language of geology, not scaffolding. The tension between science and mysticism is part of Kailash's enduring appeal. Kailash's unclimbed status is tradition, morality, and policy, a rare place where faith shaped law. After decades of attention and controversy, authorities recognized the mountain's sacred status. In 2001, the official position shifted. Climbing was formally banned to protect spiritual values. Where other peaks became commercialized, Kailash was preserved, a global act of restraint. Investment focused on the Kora and sustainable access, balancing pilgrimage with conservation. Respect for the peak allows seekers to feel its power without defilement, a model for sacred tourism. The summit stays for the gods, the foot is for humanity, a mutual covenant of reverence and law. Mount Kailash endures as a place of profound wonder, where spirituality, mystery, and nature converge. Whether approached as pilgrim, skeptic, or seeker, the mountain forces introspection and humility. Its unclimbed summit is a rebuke to the world's hunger for conquest, a reminder that some things are best left beyond our reach. The real summit remains within, humility, devotion, and the inward climb toward understanding. Manasarovar mirrors the peak, its waters reflecting our highest aspirations and our deepest questions. For generations to come, Kailash will remain a lodestone of faith, mystery, and human yearning. It stands, silent, snow-covered, a testament that some mysteries are not meant to be solved but cherished.